Here are the 3 top things to look at if your Facebook ads are underperforming. Number 1 is people are more motivated to move away from pain than they are to move towards pleasure. And that's why a lot of marketers talk about the problem solution scenario. You could advertise on the Facebook platform. Here's why you would want to do that, because most people aren't on LinkedIn all that much and people are on Facebook all the time. Here's why you're setting money on fire by advertising on the wrong platforms. Look, it's just like fishing. You need to have the right bait at the right time in the right place. And so welcome to the Results-Based Marketing Podcast, the podcast for business owners looking to leverage wildly profitable and cutting-edge marketing, lead generation, and lead nurture campaigns in their business. I'm Simon Cryer, the founder of Automate Convert, where we've literally helped clients generate millions, hundreds of millions of dollars using the exact strategies that I'm going to share with you in this podcast. So if you want to automate, convert, and dominate your industry, you're in the right place at the right time. Let's get started. Thanks for being here. Hey guys, welcome to this podcast episode of the week. I've asked people to submit different business profiles so that my team could collate a few of them and give me one and just throw me in the hot seat to say, what would you do in real time without any prep or anything like that? Just throw me in the deep end. And what would you do in terms of giving these guys an audit and making some recommendations? So we have Sharon Bennett, who is the owner of an RTO right now. I'm going to protect her innocence by not revealing the name of her business. She's an RTO specializing in leadership, professional development courses for mid-level managers. Oh, cool. All right. Overview. The business has an annual revenue of $3.5 million. And they've got a bunch of staff members. That's cool. Current client base, 300 active students, government grants. So that's a funded course. That's awesome. They've run Facebook ads with inconsistent results. I'm not sure if they have a marketing manager or not. There's no details on that, which is fine. If they do, that's great. We can support that marketing manager, which we often do. If they don't, then that's okay. We can become that virtual CMO for them as well. Easy. Sales process, inquiries routed to an admin staff member who schedules follow-up calls with a sales consultant. That's really cool. A lot of RTOs in Australia have their admin team trying to do the sales. So unless they're professionally trained, they often don't get professional results. Now, they can get away with it a lot of the times if they are funded, because there's not a huge requirement on sales skills when you're essentially giving away a taxpayer-funded course for free, right? So if they go to fee for service, then that's a very, very different conversation. Current marketing is they do sporadic Facebook ads and outdated LinkedIn campaigns. I'm not sure if they should be focusing on LinkedIn, but let's keep going. All right, ads focus on features, course details rather than the benefits. Yeah, cool. Outcomes for students. Cool, this is good. They don't do any cold email. That's great because cold email is not appropriate for them. Automation, they have a CRM, which doesn't really, they've got like a student management system, but no leads being tracked or anything like that. Delays, content messaging, lacks personalization and fails to resonate. Okay. Pain points, inconsistent leads, Facebook ads underperforming, rising cost of leads, declining results. That sucks. That's the worst of both worlds. Lack of automation, no follow-up. It can be manual, you know what I mean? So rather than automated. Overwhelmed team. Yeah, that sucks, especially if they're a square peg in a round hole. They're employed to be an admin person and then they have to do the sales role. That's tough, right? It's a big ask, but this person is outsourcing it to a sales team. And I'm sure they probably have simple scenario or traditional scenario of the marketing team blaming the sales team for not having enough sales skills, and then the sales team blaming the marketing team for giving them garbage leads. That's something we're not going to change very soon. All right, desired outcomes. Obviously, they want to make more money, have more students, and have reduced lead costs. Okay, so what I would do right off the bat here is be starting to ask more questions about who is it that is looking for these courses? So if we had leadership and professional development for mid-level managers, I think LinkedIn would be a primary place for them. And then maybe having a look at the sort of roles, you could even scrape LinkedIn, right? You could scrape all the people who are currently in their leadership roles that need to have an extra qualification. And you could also advertise on the Facebook platform too. And here's why you would want to do that, because most people aren't on LinkedIn all that much and people are on Facebook all the time. So you could literally scrape LinkedIn for all of those people, all of those profiles, and you might use something like SalesQL, or you might use a platform like Phantom Lead Buster. I'll put notes in the show notes here to go and scrape LinkedIn for those particular leads of where they're at right now professionally and where they want to be. And so I think, when you do a deep dive in terms of Why is it these people either want the course, or by a regulatory standard, why do they need the course? Why are they legislated to gain that particular qualification? Then you can start having meaningful conversations that resonate with people. And if people have to do the course as a government requirement or a legislative requirement, we need to start maybe injecting a bit of fear into them to say, hey, if you don't get this, these are the sort of fines that you could face, right? A little bit of fear goes a long way. And people, by the way, are more motivated to move away from pain than they are to move towards pleasure. That's just basic human psychology. And that's why a lot of marketers talk about the problem-solution scenario. You want to understand the pain, maybe amplify the pain, and then provide the solution, because people are, in fact, motivated to move away from pain rather than moving towards pleasure. So that's what I would do. Yeah, so LinkedIn might be cool, but I would also strategically scrape LinkedIn and send it to the platform where they're at. Remember, on previous podcasts, I've said it's just like going fishing. You need the right bait at the right time in the right place. And the right place is, where are the fish hanging out? And they might be checking LinkedIn once every couple of weeks. They're on a Facebook probably once every couple of hours, right? Spending probably 4 hours a day. That's where the fish are hanging out. That's where you want your message and your advertising. And you need that message and advertising to resonate with their fears or their aspirations, who they might blame for their job frustration. If you're talking to aspirations of promotion, you might even want to have a look at like a promotion to the next level career. You might look at the demand for that career on something like seek.com and see how many positions are being advertised. And I'm just doing this off the cuff, right? So you might see that, hey man, for this new advanced leadership role that will accomplish this qualification, you'll be able to earn this amount of income. And currently on seek.com.au, there are 40,000 jobs advertising average of around, or you could say, I would say as a marketer, up to $220,000 per annum just for possessing this qualification, right? So again, that's speaking to their aspirations, where we're thinking closing off in December, thinking about January, maybe some new financial goals. Maybe this is the new thing forward for promotion within an organization, or a complete change for promotion in another organization that's going to recognize their skills, talents, and ambition. Hey, if you're a business owner making between 1 and 5 million a year and you want more consistent qualified leads to grow your business, then why don't we have a complimentary chat? I'm looking to personally invest $26,000 into 7 individual businesses right now who are serious about scaling. Book in a call with me and my team using the link in the show notes below to see if you qualify. Now back to the episode. So yeah, especially if they're stuck in an organizational hierarchy where it's impossible to scale up the ladder. They'd be the sorts of things that I'd wanting to be starting with. In terms of the imagery that we would use for creative, I would get away from brand. Unless you had a really well-established business and brand, you could lead with that. But I would try to use the secret of most Facebook advertising, which is to make the ad not look like an ad. Really important key if you want something to convert, because Facebook marketing is interruption marketing. People aren't going to Facebook to enroll in a course. They're going to look at pictures of friends and relatives and cat memes, okay? So that's why you want to have something that looks like the content and the context of what they're going for. So something that is an organic image. I wouldn't be using a stock image of token races to represent people culturally or any of that nonsense. I'd just have something that looked like a photo that you would take off your phone of someone doing the role and actually telling their face that they were enjoying the role or enjoying the promotion. All right. So yeah, someone who's smiling in the photo, smiling is good, and showing a perceived future state or a preferred future state of what their business career looks like, and that it's a fulfilling reward position as well. Someone fulfilling the role in the capacity of a professional manager or professional development courses for mid-level managers, and what that looks like to succeed and win at that level. So yeah, I'll be talking about promotions and just doing a bit of a deep dive in understanding who my perfect student is and what are the things that they're looking for. Why do they do this course? I'd even ask the clients, like, tell me why your students do this course. What are they frustrated with? And why is your RTO different than anybody else's? Everyone else is just tick and flick. We actually make sure that we are different. We handhold people through the process. Just good to know that. And they need to be covering that in their sales process. And I'm sure they do. But I want to know if there's elements that I need to incorporate in the ad copy. Maybe there's an offer there that can be a compelling offer that has some urgency and scarcity. And maybe it's like the course is commencing within 30 days. or this is a special end of year offer, save up to 20%. And then the offer could be get a free download of the course and have a free chat, no obligation, no pressure, just a chat to see if this future promotion strategy is going to be a good pathway for you. That's me done in 10 minutes, giving you a bit of an overview in a hot seat of an ideal client that we might choose to work with. I hope you are asking the same sort of questions and coming up with the same sort of answers. If you've got any questions, please drop me a note in the comments, like and share this post. If you know someone who's an RTO, it happens to be one of our superpowers, just by the way. And if you've got any questions on anything related to marketing or this podcast, I will personally reply to any of your comments or questions that you have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope this has been of awesome value. I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to Results-Based Marketing. If today's episode gave you valuable insights into maximizing your marketing efforts, we'd love your support. Please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. Let's keep the conversation going. Connect with me on socials at Simon Cryer. All the links for me are in the show notes below. And happy marketing. Thank you so much for your attention.